Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Dear Daisy, a podcast where we sit down with members of our dying English community to share the real, everyday stories that shape us. I'm Jam, and today we're talking to someone who's been with us since the very beginning. Teacher Vanessa has been part of Dayoung since 2018. Yes, that's right, when things were still very messy and scrappy. And we're doing everything in Excel and we're figuring things out one day at a time. She stayed, she grew with us, and over the years, she became one of our most trusted tenured teachers and most loved by her students.
Oh.
So we're so happy to have her with us today for today's episode. So let's get to know her a little better. Hi, Teacher Vanessa. How are you?
Oh, I'm so honored to be here this afternoon. Thank you so much for your warm welcome and, of course, for having me.
Oh, thank you so much. It's an honor to have you here as well. Teacher Vanessa, so can you tell us a little bit about yourself
Uh,
and where you're from?
Oh, yeah, sure. So since you've mentioned, I've been with you guys since 2018.
Yes.
Apart from that, I'm a mom and a passionate teacher, of course. I majored in English education, and over the years, I've earned several certifications, like the
Mm-hmm.
Foundation of Teaching Online from Arizona State University,
Wow.
yeah, and a TEFL certificate to keep, of course, growing and improving in this field I love. I am from Muntinlupa City, Philippines, a small but a progressive city known for its shopping malls and great places to visit. And outside of teaching, I
Mm-hmm.
love singing and baking too. They're both creative outlets for me and a fun way to relax and recharge.
I see. That sounds really nice, singing and baking.
I know, I probably would notice in my voice I had my karaoke last night.
I see. Do you bake while you sing?
I can't do both though, but yeah. Yeah.
Well, one of the beautiful things about the Dayon community is how different our backgrounds are. Some of us are expert teachers like you who keep on refining their skills. So, my question is, what made you decide to become an English teacher?
Oh, wow. Actually, becoming an English teacher has always felt like a natural path for me. So, growing up, I was already drawn to the idea of teaching. It
Mm-hmm.
was my dream from young age. I remember gathering the neighborhood kids and pretending to be their teacher, like
Really?
using yes, using an old chalkboard and giving them like little lessons. So even back then, I felt that the joy of sharing and knowledge and seeing others learn. So I think I have always loved English language, and I've mentioned I found so much joy in helping others understand and express themselves better. So that passion of teaching continued over time and was something I even carried over with me into other roles. So in fact, I've had the opportunity to also serve as a trainer at one of the largest airlines in the United States,
I
and
see.
yes, right. So American Airlines. So even though it wasn't like a traditional classroom setting or like the ones we're doing in Dayang, I found so much fulfillment in guiding and supporting and teaching others. That experience truly, Miss Jam, reinforced my belief that teaching is what I was meant to do.
I see. Yes, I think so. Teaching is really for you. Yeah, sometimes teaching really starts from a simple reason and then it becomes really meaningful. With
Right.
every person you inspire to learn.
Right.
But
Correct.
then, since you've been training a lot of people, teaching them a lot of stuff, what about them teaching you? What's something your students have unknowingly taught you?
Oh, my students have unknowingly taught me so much, more than they probably realize, Miss Jam. So, in Dying English, many of them are working professionals, successful
Mm-hmm.
adults in their field, right?
Yes.
But they still make time to study English and
I
improve
know.
themselves.
A lot of them are like that.
Right. Yeah, so their attitude really opened my eyes to something important, the joy in small victories.
Uh-huh.
So, whether it's pronouncing word correctly or confidently forming a sentence, they celebrate those moments.
Yes.
And right, and in doing so, they taught me to do the same. Like it's not about perfection, it's about progress,
Huh.
persistence, and heart, right? And they also showed me what true humility looks like. As I've mentioned, these are people who are already accomplished in life, and yet they're not afraid to go back to being learners. That kind of humility is inspiring.
Yes.
It reminded me that no matter how much you know or achieve, there's always room to learn more, and that being a good learner is just as important as being a good teacher. So at the end of the day, I may be the one teaching English, but my students are constantly teaching me too about their resilience, their dedication, and of course, the beauty of a lifelong
See,
learning.
that's really beautiful. You're right. Even the smallest victories, it matters a lot to them.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, and it sounds really great whenever they do their little celebration when they pronounce the word correctly.
Right, right. It's like, oh my. And they would appreciate every single you will acknowledge those small victories. It's just a big win for them. And the fact that they are
Yes,
professionals already, it's just
yes.
amazing.
Now let's talk about something personal. When life gets overwhelming, how do you take care of yourself?
Oh, as a mom and a teacher, and I know you can relate probably with this,
Yeah.
life can definitely get overwhelming at times,
Yes.
right? There are like moments when the responsibilities felt nonstop, like balancing your work, family, and everything in between.
Mm.
So when that happens, Miss Jam, I try to give myself permission to pause and breathe.
Mm.
So, as I've mentioned a while ago, I love singing. So, one of my go-to ways to take care of myself is through singing. So, music helps me release stress and shift my energy. It's kind of like a
Mm.
therapy for me. Just singing my heart out, and even if it's just around the house. But more than anything, I think as a teacher, we have to also remind ourselves that it's okay not to have it all together
Yes.
all the time, right? So taking care of myself or setting boundaries, getting enough rest, and then remember why we started this journey, why I started this journey at the first place, right?
I see.
So
Yes.
like teaching and being mom are both parts of who I am, but I've have to learn giving my that to keep giving my best, you know? I
Mm-hmm.
also need to take time to refill my own cup.
I see. So when you sing, what kind of songs do you sing?
Ah,
Do you have a favorite song to sing when you're stressed?
it's just random. It could be anything. No genres in specific.
I see. Okay. Well, that's actually something that I think we all need to hear. Taking care of ourselves doesn't always have to look like a grand gesture. Just pausing, breathing, singing.
Right.
Just being kind to ourselves is okay.
Right, right.
Yes. Well, then, can you share a small moment that recently made you feel grateful?
This question is so good. So, one small moment that made me feel really grateful was when I returned to Dayoung English
Mm-hmm.
after like laying low for about 2 years.
Yes.
So after the pandemic, I only had few students as I was also trying to explore other paths in my teaching career.
Mm-hmm.
But what truly touched me, Miss Jam, was how Dayoung welcomed me back, even though I wasn't going full time.
Mm.
And was made it even more special was when my old students found out I had returned, they re-enrolled right away. So
Ah, really? Yeah, they really like you. They always, some students always look for you.
All right. So that simple of act reminded me how meaningful the connections I've built with those students are. And it made me feel, Miss Jam, I'm seen, appreciated, and I am truly grateful and thankful.
Well, you're actually a really good teacher.
Oh, thank
your
you.
your reviews shows it.
Thank you so much.
Well, those moments they really stick with you, right? Now,
Right, right. And the connections you've had with them is just special.
yes, but for something a bit deeper, what
Hmm.
do you wish more people understood about you?
Oh yeah. I wish more people understood that when I teach or share something, I really mean it. Like I wear my heart on my sleeve, if that's the better way to say it. Um, so a lot of people might think, oh, it's just all about money. It's all about earning
Oh
stuff and like
yes.
that, right? So, but no. When I say I express my passion openly, whether cheering on a student's progress, uh, singing in between lessons, or excitedly explaining something I love, I don't hold back because I believe learning should be full of energy, connection, and joy. And I hope that they can really feel that, okay, she's sincere of what she's doing. That's really like a passion there, right?
Yeah.
So, well, yeah. So, I celebrate those moments out loud because they remind me that whatever I do matters and the relationship I build through teaching are real and lasting.
Actually, in Dayoung, even though it's just audio classes, I think the student feels if you're sincere with what you're saying.
Yeah, and which I love because I tried to review their reviews because one of a student mentioned to me like, teacher, I would love to leave a feedback, and I just saw it today, and it's like they would really care, like putting long
Oh
sentences in there.
yes. Yes, because they
And
want others to know about it.
I know. It was just so amazing ways in years before, they would tend to like even put me in their random blogs or website or something like that. It was just
Ah, they
so
do, they do. They also put you in what's that? The forums.
I know, it's just amazing.
Yes, and it becomes so popular, so there are more and more students looking for you.
Oh, I
Well
know.
then, thank you for your honesty about that. And actually, it's really lovely. Everything that you say here is very positive.
Thank you.
Well, finally, with our last question, a Dear Daisy signature question. If you could write a short letter to your future self, what would it say?
Okay, so since this is a letter, I would start with Dear Future Me. So I would say I hope you're still doing what you love and
Mhm.
doing it with the same heart. I know there were seasons when things felt slow, uncertain, and even lonely, but you kept going. You kept showing up for your students, your
Ah.
family, and yourself. I hope you haven't forgotten why you started. That little girl who used to gather the
Mhm.
neighborhood kids to just to teach
Mhm.
them. You've come so far, from training in major airline to earning certificates to teaching with joy at Daya. Be proud of the journey, even the quiet parts. And remember, it was never about the money. It was always about the purpose, the passion, and the people. So keep teaching with love, laughing often. I laugh a lot. And singing through tough days. You're living your dream. And I'm going to end that probably with all my heart, your past self.
I see. Okay, that's really lovely.
Thank you, Miss Sham.
Well, then, Teacher Vanessa, thank you for being with us today, and thank you for staying with Dayong through all the
Oh,
seasons.
yes, I love it. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Yes, thank you so much for caring for your students and for simply showing up every day with your consistency and your heart.
Oh, thank you so much, Miss Jam. Thank you for everything.
Yes, and to everyone listening, We hope today's episode reminds you that behind every class is a teacher with a story, and sometimes hearing those stories makes us feel a little more connected and a little less alone. So, this has been Dear Daisy, where we celebrate the voices of our Dayoung community, one story at a time. Until next time,
Thank you. Bye.
bye, Teacher Vanessa.